professor, a full professor of music at Lincoln University, Pennsylvania. I've been playing the piano since I was 6 years old. Classical music is basically a Western European art form. And, you know, when you see a white person playing, I mean, that's the way it should be. I mean, Andre Watts became a classical pianist because of Leonard Bernstein and his performance of a Liszt piano concerto. I think he opened some doors. My teacher, Natalie Hinderis, was a well, she was African-American pianist. I studied with her at Temple, working on my master's degree. She had all kinds of problems. As a matter of fact, her last name was Henderson, really, but she changed it to Hinderis. And she told me when she was scheduled to play with the Dallas Symphony Orchestra, and as soon as they found out she was a black woman, they canceled her concerts, just like that. So I can remember another time. I was a student at the Ravel Academy in Saint-Jean-de-Luz, France. And I was scheduled, well, I was playing the Ravel left-hand piano concerto at the time. That's a work for piano solo and orchestra. And everybody in the academy was amazed at, you know, how I was playing this work. There was a Spanish pianist who was there who played the same work. Not as well as I did. But he got to play with the orchestra the first time, and everybody was like shocked that that happened. You know, but I mean, these are the things that happen. And there have been other times when, you know, I've performed at places and they look at me like, hey, you're black, you know, that kind of thing. Doors have opened more now because most of the concerts that I do are attended primarily by whites. And that's a good thing. So, you know, and I guess because they like my playing and I have a message, you know, I'm continually re-engaged to play places. So things have changed a lot. But it took those pioneers to make it happen. And even today still, I mean, there are drawbacks and, you know, doors slammed in your face. What are you doing this? I mean, you're black. You're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to play jazz. You know, and I guess our culture even perpetuates that sometimes, which is not a good thing because we are very diversified people now within the African culture. And, you know, we have to, you know, enlarge our scope to include all types of music. And so that's what I want to do. You know, I recognize that many of my students aren't going to be, you know, concert pianists, but I want to give them a background so that they can survive musically in, you know, if they want to be a jazz pianist, if they want to be a gospel pianist. And I guess the other great thing is I've had, you know, students who are, you know, teaching in college, the classics. I've had students who play gospel music. As a matter of fact, I have a student who is the pianist for Richard Smallwood. And I have another pianist who studied with me, student, who plays for the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Yeah, James Poyser. Then I have another student who won the International Thelonious Monk competition. So, you know, I've got students all over who are doing all kinds of things in the classics, in jazz, in pop. But again, just giving them the basic foundation so they can go where they want to go. Once they have the foundation, that's the important thing. Whatever you do, be passionate about it. Be truly passionate about it. You know, I think you should... A young musician has to live his imagination and not his history. You know, living your imagination and not your history. In other words, whatever your circumstances, if you have an imagination and you're passionate about it, then pursue it. Because, number two, true talent will always find its way.